This week in Louisiana agriculture, budget problems forced the LSU AgCenter to close 3 of its research stations. What does that mean with further budget cuts on the horizon?
Rice industry leaders tasted all that Louisiana had to offer. I'm Kristen Oakes, and I'll have that story coming up.
I'm AJ Sabine here at the USDA. Members of the Southern University AgCenter Small Farmer Agricultural Leadership Institute have come to Washington, D.C. I'll tell you why in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Avery Davidson. Thank you for joining us. Michael Dana is on assignment this week. The LSU AgCenter is closing 3 of its research stations, including the oldest operating research station in the state. The research stations closing are the Rose Pine Research Station in Vernon Parish, the Coastal Area Research Station in Plaquemines Parish, and the station I just spoke of being the oldest in the state, the Calhoun Research Station in Ouachita Parish. LSU AgCenter Chancellor Dr. Bill Richardson says along with the closures, it's likely he'll have to lay off about 10 people. That's if those do not choose to retire or move to another station. As for the research at those stations, Richardson says the research conducted at the Coastal Area Research Station will continue at the Aquaculture Research Station in Baton Rouge, and the projects underway at the Rose Pine and Calhoun stations will move to the Dean Lee Research Station in Alexandria.
We can't keep operating 20 research stations with a skeleton crew when we can move those things around. So this is just the first step in doing some of that.
Richardson says if you include unfunded mandates such as increases in health insurance costs for employees, he's seen the LSU AgCenter budget cut by nearly a third over the last 2 years. This comes as the Louisiana legislature is in the middle of a redistricting session and about to begin a fiscal-only session facing a budget shortfall of nearly $1.5 billion. At the same time, the U.S. Congress is considering mid-year cuts to programs which directly fund the LSU AgCenter's extension efforts.
We are concerned at the federal level. There's been some moves to deal with the Smith lever, which is the act that funds the Corporate Extension Service, something with the Hatch funds, which covers the experiment station, and we get those through a formula. And if they start cutting those, then that'll directly impact our ability to maintain extension programs out in the state. So we've really been working that at the federal level. Unfortunately, all this has kind of come together in a little perfect storm right now, which is probably making these actions I'm having to take look a little bit more of a problem than what they really are.
We'll learn more about what issues could impact state funding for the LSU AgCenter a little later in the show. The stations are scheduled to close on July 1st.